upset that this man depicted their prophet as violent. As a matter of fact, this man who came to kill him a week and a half ago with an axe, breaking through his door, chasing him and his 5-year-old granddaughter upstairs into a secure room, beating at the door with an axe of this steel door in his bathroom, a knife in one hand, an axe in another hand, yelling, "Blood! Revenge!" in the name of Islam. Finally, they got him in court the other day, and you know what they said? He said, "Oh, I didn't mean any harm. I just wanted to scare him." Even if he wanted to scare him, that would fall right into place with the Quran, doesn't it? In Surah 8:12 and Surah 8:60, it says, "Strike terror into the hearts of the unbeliever. Smite at their necks and smite off every fingertip of them." Brother Hamoudi, I think we have some callers. Before we want to go to the callers, do you have any comments, anything you want to say on all of this unfortunate news taking place around the world today?
It's you know, sometimes it's so shocking, but it's so obvious of really what's going on, you know, that you know, the Muslims who claim to be peaceful Muslims are deceivers.
Yes.
The ones who are violent, radical Muslims, they are really following the Quran,
yes,
which is a book of deception.
Absolutely.
And they are following their God, who is a God of deception. And it just blows my mind that, you know, when I'm reading some of these things out of the Quran, it's so mind-boggling, it's so twisted, it's so confusing. I don't know how any of these so-called Muslims can even believe in what they're reading is the truth, because it's not the truth.
It's
you know,
clear,
they can't even get their facts straight. You know, historical truths that are so distorted in the Quran, it's almost hilarious, you know.
Well, it's sad is what it is. Brother David Wood showed on a program Friday night in Jesus or Muhammad the view of the universe by Muhammad, and essentially it goes something like the whole world is on a whale.
Yeah.
You heard about that? And, you know, the whale sometimes gets a little twitch in his body, and that's when you have an earthquake. And then above there's 7 earths, by the way,
yeah,
according to the Quran.
Yeah.
There's 7 heavens, and above the 7 heavens there's a great sea, and above that sea is 8 billy goats. Well, they didn't say billy goats, but goats, you know. And then above that is the throne of Allah. And we kind of figured out that one of those goats is the one who ate some of the Quran that Aisha, the youngest bride of Muhammad, had, when they said in the hadith that the goat ate some of the Quranic verses and they didn't get to put those in the Quran. We figured out that must be one of the 8 goats that are in heaven, and that's a way that Muslims protect the Quranic text. We got a lot of callers, I understand. Let's go right now to the first one. Welcome, you're on the air with News and Views.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to our program.
Hi, Brother Joseph. I just wanted to say I love your program. I love the programs for Brother David Wood and Sam Shimon and Brother Hamadi. Love your programs in English. It's great to have you know, all these events talked about in the English language for our American viewers and people around the world to see it. I just wanted to say one thing about the protest of the massacre that was happening in Egypt.
Yes.
This is obviously something that's been happening for hundreds of years, and recently in the last century or so, it's been going on, and this kind of tipped the scale, and it just made everybody angry. And to express our feelings as human beings, it's just a tragedy. And I'm an Egyptian American myself, been here so many years, and I wanted to share just an idea on the air. For all the viewers that are watching right now, something that we can do from our home computers. You go to congress.org, you find out who is your representative and your state senator in which you're a resident, and you get to write a letter to your congressman and representative and demand that as a taxpayer, as a citizen of this country, that we do not support the terror acts that are going on in Egypt and the involvement of the Egyptian security forces and the involvement of the Egyptian government, and thereby encouraging all these terrorist acts.
Yes.
And we, as a taxpayer, we also support, you know, the United States, as we know, gives foreign aid to many countries, including Egypt.
Right.
Millions and millions of dollars every year. So,
and let me just say real quickly, let me add to that you know, they've rolled out the TSA, the Security Administration for the airplane industry, the airports, has rolled out new regulations profiling individuals from certain countries. Of course, that's a joke. They should be getting all the Muslims. But anyways, one of the countries that is absent is Egypt. And this belies this ongoing friendship and relationship with Egypt and the United States, because Egypt officially, if you will, has relations with Israel. And yeah, this is a big problem. I think that as they write the letters, they should put something into it to the effect of, hey, Egypt is not our friend. I mean, obviously we got the cops.
There certainly is an involvement on the Egyptian government, or their lack of action alone is a horrible thing. They're not doing their job to protect their own citizens,
right,
just because they happen to be Coptic Christians. Coptic is just another word for Christian from Egypt.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy and it's a sad thing. But my suggestion is we put pressure on the Egyptian government, on our representatives here in Congress, in the United States Congress, and forwarding this message to the Egyptian government.
Excellent suggestion, dear brother. I'm going to continue to suggest that throughout tonight's program. Congress.org. I think we just lost the line with our caller. Are you still with us? No, okay. Anyways, he suggested that we write our congressman, Congress.org. And, you know, I suggest that you do this. I know that it can be laborious, but we as Christians, as Arab Christians, need to get involved. Unfortunately, for too long, the conservative majority has been silent in this country, and the ultra-liberal minority, like homosexuals and liberal activists, have been the ones that have yelled the loudest, and they are the ones that have eventually got their way right into the White House through this evil man, Barack Hussein Obama, and his strategies. And so we, as the majority of Americans, need to begin to write our senators. And I can tell you that some of them are very liberal, and it's going to be very difficult, but don't give up. Tell them you're praying for them, and do pray for them. And so as you do the political activity of writing your senators, calling their offices, emailing them, inundating them with requests, maybe the Lord would be pleased to prick their hearts and their consciences to do what is right. And that's our prayer. Thanks so much for the call. Real quickly, before I forget, there is another protest of, it seems, good importance planned in New York City. Mark your calendars, those brethren around New York City or who can be in New York City, Tuesday, January 19th. I'm pretty sure it's a Tuesday, at the United Nations building in front of the UN at 12 p.m. That's January 19th. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. And let's see, today is Wednesday, the 13th, so that would be perfect. It's Tuesday. Tuesday, January 19th. That's next Tuesday in front of the United Nations building. There's going to be a protest to try to get people to see the importance of pressuring Egypt to do something about this dire security situation for our Christian brethren in Egypt. I encourage any of you who can go to go. You can go to the website, I believe, freecops.org. There's also another website, 4cops.org. But I think you can find information there, not only the information that I've given